Today's session is a lesson in engaging every reader in real reading. Readers, why does it matter to you that people are good readers? Think about that. Pause here and have a discussion. In today's session, we're going to engage ourselves in real reading. I collected a couple of books in my library that stuck out to me for different reasons. The way they looked, the words that were on the cover, the length of them, their topic. Today I want to teach you that readers have many different reasons to read, and those reasons are different for everyone. Readers do this because reading can be awesome when it really fits your reason to read, and it only gets better as you become stronger at it. Readers often use these steps. Readers look over a variety of texts, examining the cover, the back blurb, or even sampling some of the inside. Readers read a bit of the text, and readers think about which books seem interesting to them, choosing a text that makes them want to read. So I'm going to show you what that looks like. So I'm going to do 3 things to each book. I'm going to look over it, I'm going to examine the cover, I'm even going to sample a blurb of the text inside and also read the back. And I'm going to decide whether it's interesting for me after I do so. Let's look at this book, The Last Kids on Earth and the Nightmare King. It's a series by Max Brallier and illustrated by Douglas Holgate. I really like the colors purple and red. I like that it's about kids that I might teach at a cartoon age. They're diverse. You have African American, Latina, he looks Asian like me, and he's a Caucasian. And then they're dealing with the same problem. It looks like they're working together about something that excites me. I like zombie movies and apocalyptic movies and end of the world kind of movies, and this actually looks interesting to me. And I often wonder what life would be like if I had to experience a zombie apocalypse with my students. Thinking about what each of them or how each of them would contribute to the day, how we would help each other through the problems, who would find food, who would find shelter, who would be responsible for getting certain things. That always interests me. Okay, so here is the back. I'm going to read the back. They might be the last kids on Earth, but Jack and his friends will never be alone if they can stick together. Life after the zombie apocalypse. Ooh, I'm hooked. Life after the zombie apocalypse is pretty good for 13-year-old Jack Sullivan. He stays in a mind-clobbering, cool tree fort with his best friends, speeds through town playing real-life Mario Kart, has a crew of monster buddies, battles zombies on the regular, and generally treats life like it's a video game. But when Jack's friends make a startling discovery, they may not be the last kids on Earth after all. This is great news for everyone except Jack. Once they've found other humans, his friends won't stick around for long. Jack's only hope for keeping things the way they are is to prove that everything here is perfect. Life is crazy fun, and nothing else could be any better. One problem, it's hard convincing his friends that everything is great when they're being hunted by a monstrous nightmare king and an ancient evil who won't rest until Earth has been devoured. Crud! Maybe life after the monster apocalypse is more complicated than Jack thought. His talons punch me square in the chest. I hit the cold floor and the claws tighten, digging into my shoulders. Hot saliva drips from the king wretch's fangs and splashes against my cheek. The monster's eyes are swirling pits of darkness, and they draw me in. I can almost hear some goofy hypnotist saying, "You're getting very sleepy," because that wasn't happening. All sounds fades. So this is definitely a story that revolves around one boy, one character. There's a lot of action, not a lot of dialogue on this page. So I wonder what the rest looks like. So it's a narrative, lots of action. It looks like it's a story with all his friends. So being that I'm a girl, I've never really read books about a boy. So I don't know, maybe this will be a good insight to the other gender. I noticed there's one girl there, so that does, maybe I can pretend I'm that girl. And these are my closest friends. So we'll see. I'm going to put this aside. This might be one that I like because I do like the zombie apocalypse. I do like that he has to prove himself to his friends for an odd reason, of course. It's not really a lesson that you can teach in school. It's kind of fantasy. So I'm going to put this one aside. Okay. So this is definitely, maybe. All right. This one. I remember getting this at Barnes & Noble's. And it's one of those things I wanted to put just to have because I thought some of the things in it were funny. And this is titled F in Exams of the Very Best Totally Wrong Test Answers. There's an example, find X. Here it is. So the cover is funny. So this would be a book I would like to turn to if I needed to find humor in my job or just to cheer up if things get stressful. And it's not like the student's lying, there's X. But mathematically, I'm a math teacher, so this actually is humorous. This is by Richard Benson. So I'm going to read the back. I got this at Urban Outfitters a while ago. Everyone's been there. You study hard, the big test arrives, you turn over the paper, and you draw a total blank. Not a clue. Collected in this book are examples of the most creative and hilarious ways that students have tackled those particularly challenging exam questions. For example, expand 2 times the sum of x plus y. So this student is literally widening this expression. That's kind of funny. What's the hardest frequency noise that a human can register? Mariah Carey. What was the main industry in Persia? Cats. So a little bit of math, science, and social studies. So Ms. Lee and Mrs. Kanamori should find this very funny. It looks like this book is divided into different subjects: chemistry, biology, physics, math, business and technology, psychology, history, and geography, and English. So this might be a high school type of read, maybe even college, but I'm gonna look at a math one because I think I can definitely find humor in math. So here's one, it's a math one. To change centimeters to meters, you take out centi. Ha, it's a joke. Let's look at this one. Write 200,000s in figures. 200,000 in figures. Ha ha. This one. What is a 6-sided polygon known as? A stop sign. There are 300 students in the 10th grade. Mary and Mark want to find out the 10th grade's favorite color. Mary asks 30 people. Mark asks 150 people. Mark asks, my conclusions are more likely to be reliable than Mary's. Why does Mary think he's right? Because Mark is a man. So this is a short read. I mean, I could probably get some laughs from this book. So I think I'm going to keep this in my things to read when I want to break up some time and want some comedy. This one, I liked this one because of its cover. And it's a New York Times bestselling author of Out of My Mind.